Hi, hello, and welcome to Leaning Towards Six Sigma. In my previous blog, I have covered cause and effect and control chart. And in this blog, I am going to cover histogram and Pareto chart, a wonderful charts to find out the process behavior, patterns, trends, as well as the insights about the process behavior. Let's look at those charts with examples. So the first one, the cause and effect. Second, check sheet, control chart, histogram, Pareto chart, scatter diagram, and stratification. As I mentioned to you, these are the standard QC tools. But what I'm going to handle in this particular blog, some of them with a case example. Let's look at the next one, histogram. I have used the same set of data what I just showed you during the control chart, and histogram gives you furthermore. A control chart cannot show the shape of the process. Histogram shows the shape of the process, whether it is perfectly symmetrical, and symmetrical means the central point of the data, a lot of data points, and either of the side you will find smaller amount of data set on either side, and the variation can be understood, and extreme also can be depicted, but not as much as control chart. But primarily histogram helps you to understand the shape of the process. Is it skewed, left skewed, or right skewed, or perfectly symmetrical? How the process behavior is visually. And it can be used, for example, lead time measurement. Any lead time taken for any process can be used histogram, or data can be plotted for a continuous data set. Let's look at the example. So this is the same example I have picked up, the one which I showed you during the control chart, and control chart cannot show this kind of behavior. You can see that 0 to 3 days or 3 to 4 days, if you can see, most number of complaints gets resolved, and as you move further away, 6 days, 9 days, 12 days, and there are few extremes. That means you took more amount of time for certain numbers, but definitely the process is not symmetrical, it's skewed, which means more number of cases you resolve between 0 to 3 days. There's an important insight. Why is it so? What kind of a reason, etc. Could be the investigation, but this one tells you how the process behavior is. A simple number cannot show, but visually when you bring it in as an histogram, it gives you enormous amount of meaning for investigation and process improvement ultimately. This is an excellent chart, Pareto chart, 80-20 principle. In life, we always encounter there are few things which influences it. If you take a business case where few customers giving you a lot of business, or few customers complaining about a lot of issues, or few factors influencing the outcome of a process, which means always there are few which impacts most. So when we find out that few, which is 20%, let's say, it need not be 20, it can be 15, it can be 18, it can be 25, handful of few impacting the most. So Pareto helps you to bring out that visually as well as conceptually, and it helps you a lot of focus. And if for example, if you found a lot of causes, and let's say 15 different types of causes you have found, discussed, and when you collect data, only 5 of them influencing most number of times, so those 5 are important for you to find the solution. And this can be used in different categories and frequencies. Category means it can be, for example, data entry error, or people taking more time, or the application not first time right. So you can categorize the defects and then use which one is causing the most. High level business problems and impact, where we can use it, for example, complaints, customer complaints, rejections, for example, customer rejections, and you will find there are few categories where customer reject more. So you can use Pareto chart. In a real life example, this is the one. There are 2 charts I have brought, and this is the same complaint, the turnaround time of the bank, which I showed you in my previous slides. And if you look at the Pareto for customer complaint, turnaround time I dealt with control chart and histogram. Here the Pareto, the reasons for the customer complaint: account frozen, account details not updated, customer name error, and these are the complaints coming from the customer. And which one is the most? You can see obviously account frozen is the complaint. So which means whatever mistakes you have done, account frozen is the most frequent complaint from the customer, which means customer not able to operate the account. So second Pareto, a beautiful one. Which are the branches contributing the most? There are 15-16 branches out here, but you can always see that first few branches. You can see whatever branches, A, B, C, for example. These are 3 branches where you get most number of complaints. So which means I don't need to bother about other branches at all. I can just pick and choose 1, 2, 3, 4, for example, which means your project is done, which means it saves your energy, it gives you a focus, and it gives you enormous benefit by tackling vital few, which will remove a lot of issues. That's where the Pareto can be utilized. That's about this particular blog. There are other tools. What I felt, these are the important ones I felt very frequently used and very effectively can be used. And in my next blog, what I'm going to cover is the process improvement tools. These are not the QC tools, but there are other tools with examples. So what is the concept of that particular tool and how it can be benefited when you do a process reengineering in a simple case study. See you in my next blog, and please subscribe to my Leaning Towards Six Sigma. This is my YouTube channel, and if you subscribe, you will come to know whenever I post the important ones like these. You will get the notification. Thank you so much.